Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are doing well. I am Dr Smrutirekha and I welcome you all to Etuson, Education for Better Tomorrow. It's a digital learning platform for Odia and English medium students. Hope all of you have downloaded the app and enrolled yourself. If you have not enrolled yourself, please download the app so that you can have all the facilities in your fingertips, which will definitely help you to build up your career as we provide quality education in our portal. Hope you have watched all the videos related to chapter 1, that is real number. If you have not done, don't worry, I have given the link of the entire playlist of class 10 in the description section. So just click on that playlist and you will get all the videos related to class 10. So without wasting much time, let us start today's class. So as you can see, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is polynomial. Correct? So shall we start today's lesson then? So before that, first you tell me, what is algebraic expression? Anyone can send the answer in the comment section. Okay, let me tell you. What is it then? An algebraic expression in mathematics is an expression which is made up of variables and constants along with algebraic operations. These expressions are represented with the help of unknown variables, constants and coefficient. Correct? So these are some of the examples of the algebraic expression. Like I have told, that algebraic expression will have some variables, it will have some coefficient, it will have some constant. So like x is variable, in some of the case x has coefficient like 5, 2, 3 respectively, and you have constant like -3, 5, so on and so forth. Okay, so now let us analyze the different terms or components of your algebraic expression which you are already acquainted with. So this is a kind of revision for you. Correct or not? So now can you tell me what is 2x and -3 here? These are the terms of the algebraic expression. So I will write that 2x and 3 are nothing but are terms of the algebraic expression. What is x here? X is variable. X is variable. What about 2 here? 2 is coefficient. 2 is coefficient. Correct or not? And what about 3 here? 3 is the constant. Correct. So these are the different components of algebraic expression. Now let us understand what is the basic difference between algebraic expression and a polynomial. So what is polynomial then? Polynomial is basically made of two terms. One is poly. Poly means what you know? It is many. And what is the meaning of nomial? It is term. Okay. So polynomial is defined as an expression which is composed of variables, constants and exponents that are combined using the mathematical operation. So both the definition of algebraic expression and polynomial is found out to be similar. Then what is the difference? Always remember one thing. एक बात समझ लो, अल्जेब्राइक एक्सप्रेशन में तुम्हारा वेरिएबल का जो पावर है That can be fraction also. That is a rational number. So rational number includes your integers, it includes your natural number and also fraction. Whereas the algebraic expression in which the power is whole number, remember, whole number ही होना चाहिए, then only it is considered to be polynomial. That means all the algebraic expression are not polynomial, but polynomial are algebraic expression. समझ में आया? सब algebraic expression polynomial नहीं होता, polynomial algebraic expression होता है. Correct, children? So basically, can I take the examples of some of the examples of polynomial? Like suppose you have x square plus 1. Okay, so you have x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 5. Correct. You have root 2 x to the power 4 plus 3x cube plus 5x square plus 4. So like that you can have number of variables, and the power may be different. You will be having constant, coefficient, all those things are similar to your algebraic expression. So an algebraic, that is what I was telling you, an algebraic expression can have exponents that are a rational number. However, a polynomial is an algebraic expression in which the exponent on any variable is a whole number. Always remember, it's a whole number. Correct, children? So you have 5x cube plus 3x plus 1. 5x cube plus 3x plus 1. So can you tell me it's a polynomial or not? Yes, it is a polynomial. And also, if it is a polynomial, definitely it will be an algebraic expression. What about 2x plus 3 root x? Is it a polynomial? No, it is not a polynomial. Why? Why? Can you tell me why? Because just look at this. You have a root x. What is root x? Root x is x to the power 1 by 2. What is 1 by 2? It's a rational number. It's a rational number. So if it is a rational number, then definitely it cannot be a polynomial. However, you can take it, you can consider it as an algebraic expression. Correct, children? So hope the concept of algebraic expression and polynomial is clear to you. Okay. So in class 9 already you have understood the concept of how to find out the degree of polynomial. So that nothing new here. If px is a polynomial in x, the highest power of x in px is called the degree of the polynomial. Correct, children? So it's very clear to you. So this is the classification of the polynomial based on its degree. So if the highest degree in the polynomial is 0, then it is called 0 polynomial. If the highest degree is 0, for example 8. 8, you don't have any variable here. So can I write x to the power 0 here? I can write, right? X to the power 0 is nothing but equal to 1. X to the power 0 is equal to 1. So 8 into 1. So what is the highest power of x here? That is 0. So it is called 0 polynomial. Then the next type is linear polynomial, where the variable has highest power as 1. For example, you have 7x plus 3. So what is the power of x here? So the power of x here is 1. Hence the degree of the polynomial is 1 here. Correct? So then is quadratic polynomial. So look at the example here. You have 5x square plus 1x plus 9. What is the highest power of the variable here? It is 2. Hence the degree of the polynomial is 2. Similarly, consider the case of cubic polynomial. So cubic polynomial means the highest power of the variable is 3. As you can see in the example, the highest power is 3 here. Correct. So it is cubic polynomial having degree equal to 3. Now what do you mean by quartic polynomial? So here the degree of the polynomial is 4. The highest power is 4. So with this, hope the classification of the polynomial based on the degree of the polynomial is clear to you. Correct, children? Okay, so now let us understand a new concept which is not new exactly for you because you are already acquainted with this classification in class 9. So this is again a kind of revision for you. So you know monomial, right? So what is monomial? So monomial is an expression which contains only one term. For an expression to be monomial, the single term should be, and that is a condition for that, the single term should be a non-zero term. So these are some of the example of your monomial. So you have your 5x, okay? So 5x 3, 6a to the power 4 and minus 3xy. Correct? So these are some of the example of monomial. Binomial. As the name indicates, it has two terms. A binomial is a polynomial expression which contains exactly two terms. A binomial can be considered as sum or difference between two or more monomials. A few examples of binomials are, you can take it as minus 5x plus 3. So always remember there should be two terms. Okay. So these are some of the examples. Similarly, trinomial. Okay, so similarly trinomial. A trinomial is an expression which is composed of exactly three terms. So as you can see, I have taken some of the example in which you have three terms, right? So you have three terms, 1, 2 and 3. Here also 1, 2 and 3. So that is called your trinomial. Correct. So now if Px is a polynomial in X and if K is any real number, then the value obtained by replacing X by K in Px is called the value of Px at X is equal to K and is denoted by Pk. What do you mean by that? That means if you have an equation like this, that is, suppose your Px is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So you have to check what? X is equal to minus 1. So now before going to this particular example, let us understand the statement. So in this statement what it is telling you, know, अगर आपके पास एक पॉलिनोमियल है, वो पॉलिनोमियल का जो x का वैल्यू k लेके अगर px का वैल्यू is equal to 0, then that k is called the value of the solution, is called the value of the solution, the value of px at x is at x. Correct? X equal to k. So this will be clear if we will do this particular problem. So here as you can see, what is the value of px at x equal to, so what is your px here? X square minus 3x minus 4. So what we need to do is, so we have to find out p minus 1, which is nothing but equal to minus 1 whole square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4. So let us find out. That is 1 plus 3 minus 4, that is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. That means for x is equal to minus 1, you are getting px is equal to 0. So here the value x is equal to x is the value of the equation. So more generally, a real number k is said to be a 0 of a polynomial. So here 0 of the polynomial is -1. 0 of the polynomial is -1. That means कौन से value के लिए px का वैल्यू 0 होता है, x का कौन सा वैल्यू के लिए px का वैल्यू 0 होता है. So in this example, for which value of x your px is becoming 0? That is -1. So here -1 is the 0 of the polynomial. Correct, children? Okay. So now let us start the actual concept which is there in your class 10, that is geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. That means how from the graph you can tell that what is the solution to the polynomial. Correct? So what does it give the actual information about? So basically any equation can be represented as a graph on the Cartesian plane where each point on the graph represents the x and y coordinates of the point that satisfies the equation. An equation can be seen as a constraint placed on x and y coordinates of a point, and any point that satisfies that constraint will lie on the curve. अभी ये जो इतना बड़ा स्टेटमेंट को हम लोग पार्ट बाय पार्ट समझेंगे. Any equation can be represented as a graph on the Cartesian plane. अभी Cartesian plane क्या है ये तो तुम लोग पता होगा. x and y coordinate. x y कोऑर्डिनेट. अभी x में क्या लेंगे? x में डिफरेंट वैल्यू और पॉइंट्स लेंगे. वो वैल्यू को px में मतलब पॉलिनोमियल में डालने से उसका सॉल्यूशन, उसका वैल्यू क्या होता है? दैट pk वैल्यू वी आर गोइंग टू प्लॉट इट इन द y कोऑर्डिनेट. तो उस हिसाब से x और y का पॉइंट पहले कार्टेशियन प्लेन में मार्क कर लेंगे. After marking that points, we are going to plot the curve. This is how we used to plot the graph, right? Similar way, here also we will plot the graph, and from the graph, you will be in a position to tell what is the solution of the polynomial. Are you interested to know how it is? So, let us learn together what it is. So for example, so it's a linear equation. Okay, so you have a graph that is y is equal to 2x plus 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to plot this graph. So for that we need one graph paper. So I have taken one graph paper image here. So for plotting a graph, we need some points. So what I will do is, I will write here. So I will take x here and I will take y is equal to how much? 2x plus 3. So that means for different value of x, I am going to find out the different value of y. So for example, when x is equal to 1, what will be the value of y? That will be 2 into 1 plus 3, that is 5. Correct or not? Okay. So suppose I will take x is equal to -1. If I take x is equal to -1, what is the value of y here? So y will be 2 into -1, that is -2 plus 3, that is equal to 1 again. Suppose I will take -2. What will be the answer then? 2 into -2 is -4. -2 So I have taken minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. So I have got 3 points now. So remember, in the x-axis we are taking the x values like 1, minus 1 and minus 2, and in y-axis we are taking the px value, which is nothing but equal to x plus 3. So in this case the corresponding values are 5, 1 and minus 1 respectively. So now let us plot the point. So that is, first point is your 1, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 5. Y is equal to, so somewhere here, correct. Then minus 1 and 1. So here comes your minus 1 and 1. Correct. Then comes your minus 2 and minus 1. So minus 1, minus 2, and here it is minus 1. Correct or not? So now you have got 3 points. So now our job is to join this line. So I have to draw it carefully. So this side, so correct. So this will be the nature. So it may not be looking like a straight line because I have not used a scale here. So I have drawn with a pen. So it may not look like a straight line, but assume definitely it's a linear equation. So it's a straight line. So y is equal to 2x plus 3. Now from this graph, can you tell me what is the solution to this value? So that is nothing but the point at which the PX line, which is a straight line here, intersect your x-axis. Can you tell me at what point the line 2x plus 3 is intersecting the x-axis? It is somewhere midway, right? Midway between minus 1 and your minus 2. Somewhere in between minus 1 and minus 2, right? So can you tell me the coordinate of this particular point? It is nothing but, so at this point the coordinate of your x is mid of 1 and minus 1 and minus 2, that is minus 3 by 2, that is minus 1.5. And what is the value of polynomial there? Value of y there? That is 0. So what is the 0 of the polynomial? So 0 of the polynomial is x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So for this value of x, your y is equal to 0. You want to check it? Just check it. So 2 into minus 3 by 2 plus 3. Is it not equal to 0? It is. So from graph also you can tell the value or the point at which the polynomial is becoming 0. Correct or not? Okay. So in general, for a linear polynomial, if it is ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0, the graph of y is a straight line. here in this case also it looks like a straight line, right? It is a straight line which intersects x-axis at exactly one point. So that also you remember, for a linear polynomial always there will be maximum one solution to the equation. That means only at one point it will be intersecting the x-axis. Correct, children? Okay, now let us go to the polynomial where degree of the polynomial is 2. So in this case, your degree of the polynomial is x square minus 3x minus 4. So what is the degree of the polynomial? It is 2. So what I have done is, in order to save time, I have just formed one table for you and I am getting that table for you. What is the table? So what I have done is, I have taken the different values of 2, that is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So likewise I have taken different numbers, different value of x, and for that particular value of x I have found out the value of y, that is x square minus 3x minus 4. Like for example, suppose y का वैल्यू when x इज इक्वल टू -2 हमें निकालना है. कैसे निकालोगे? सो y इज इक्वल टू फॉर, सो एक तुम्हें दिखा देती हूँ. सो x इज इक्वल टू -2. सो y विल बी इक्वल टू x स्क्वायर. x कितना है? -2 स्क्वायर माइनस 3x कितना है? -2 माइनस 4. सो 4 प्लस कितना? 4, 3 इंटू -2. सो इधर माइनस है तो प्लस तुम्हारा हो गया 6 माइनस 4. 10 माइनस 4 कितना? इट इज 6. सो व्हाट इज रिटन हियर? इट इज 6. सो कुछ नहीं है, बस in place of x you have to put the corresponding value and these are the values you will be getting. Correct? So how the graph will look like? So you will get a graph of this kind. So just for your sake I will just indicate the points for the better clarity. So एक के बाद एक ये पॉइंट को मार्क कर लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल -2 6 इधर है, -2 6, -1 0, -1 and 0. So -1 and the value of your y is 0. So it is x is equal to -1. So this is the value. This is the point, right? So this is point. So I will just mark it. This is the point. So this was your first point. This is your second point. 0 minus 4. Next point is here. 0 minus 4. Next point is 1 minus 6. 1 और ये हुआ तुम्हारा -6. Next point is 2 minus 6. So 1, 2 and here comes your -6. Then 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 minus 4. Then 4, 0. Then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here 6. So first you have to locate all these points. Then you have to plot the curve. So I didn't want to confuse you by drawing the line in the pen tab because it may look irregular. So then in that case you will be confused with the curve. So I thought, let me take the actual graph which you will get after plotting these points. Correct, children? So आप लोगों को ये ग्राफ शीट में डाल के देखना है कि what is the nature of this particular polynomial. You are going to do it, right? So please do it. Then only you will get clarity. So can you tell me what is the nature of this curve? It looks like parabola, correct? It looks like parabola. And can you observe the points at which it is intersecting the x-axis? And how many points are there? Yes, you can see there are 2 points. Here one point and here another point in which your y or px is intersecting your x-axis. Then from this you can conclude that this particular polynomial has 2 0. That means for 2 values of x you will get px is equal to 0. Okay. So in fact for any quadratic polynomial of the nature ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, the graph of the corresponding equation has one of the two shapes, either open upwards, ऊपर की तरफ भी हो सकता है, और open downwards, नीचे की तरफ भी हो सकता है, depending on whether a is greater than 0 or a is less than 0. a क्या है? Coefficient of your x square. So these curves are nothing but are parabola. So आप लोगों को इसको ग्राफ शीट में प्लॉट करके चेक करना है. करोगे, राइट? ओके. So this fact is true for any quadratic polynomial that the zeros of quadratic polynomial are precisely the x coordinate of the point where the parabola representing ax square plus bx plus c intersect the x-axis. So here, if you get this kind of equation, there are 3 possibilities of getting the solution. You may get 3 type of solution. What are they? So let us understand the 3 cases one by one. So first case. So you can see the first case, 2 cases. So here also you have 2 cases. One is downward, another one is upward. So here, as you can see, the graph cuts x-axis at distinct point A and A dash. Okay. So that means if it is intersecting at 2 points, that means the polynomial has how many zeros? Polynomial has 2 zeros. So as you can see, here the downward polynomial, downward parabola. So here is the point and here another point. Similarly, here is a point and here another point. So here if you get this kind of graph, then from this you can conclude that in this particular polynomial you have 2 zeros. And how to get that zeros value? Just find out the coordinate of a and a dash in both the cases. Clear, children? So now let us go to the next problem. So, next case. So here the graph cuts the x-axis at exactly one point, that is at 2 coincident points. So the points A and A dash of case 1 coincide here to become one point A. So here, as you can observe, no matter it is upward or downward parabola, you have a single point A. Single point A which satisfies the equation. That means this particular polynomial has only 1 0 value. Okay, children. Now coming to the third case. So how this graph is different from the other 2 type? As you can see, here the parabola is touching x-axis. No, it is not touching x-axis. x-axis को कहीं पर भी intersect नहीं कर रहा है. Correct? In both bit 1 and bit 2, as you can see, कहीं पर भी intersect नहीं कर रहा है. So nowhere it is intersecting x-axis. So that means what? That means in this kind of polynomial, quadratic polynomial, the polynomial has no zeros as the curve is not intersecting the x-axis at any point. Correct? So these are the, no matter it is upward or downward. Okay, so from the nature of the graph, you can find out how many solution you will get and what is the solution you will get. Okay, children. Okay, so just I am summarizing it. So geometrically, zeros of polynomial at the points where it cuts the axis. Like for example, in case your linear, it was a straight line and it was cutting at a single point. Okay, so you have one solution value. In a quadratic equation, you have 2 points which represents a parabola. Okay, so you have 2 points. It may have 1 point, it may have 0 point, but maximum is 2. Similarly, if you are taking a cubic polynomial, cubic matlab the highest power is 3 in the equation of the variable. So in that case, you will get maximum, how many zeros? You will get maximum 3 zeros. So you can take up any of the polynomial with highest power 3 and you can try the graph. You will definitely get a graph of similar nature where it will be intersecting x-axis at maximum at 3 points. Correct? Maximum at 3 points. So I can just summarize. In general, a polynomial of degree n has at most n zeros. A linear polynomial has 1 zero. A quadratic polynomial has at most 2 zeros and a cubic polynomial has at most 3 zeros. Correct? So, we can conclude, in general, given a polynomial px of degree n, the graph of y is equal to px, intersect the x-axis at most n points. Therefore, a polynomial px of degree n has at most n zeros, at most n zeros. So now, let us solve the problems of exercise 2.1. So, because it is a very small exercise, I thought let me complete with this in this session only. Okay, so as you can see, it is very simple. What you have to do is, the graph of y is equal to px are given in figure 2.10 below. For some polynomial px, find number of zeros of px in each case. Can you do that? Okay, so first case. So this is the px, right? So at what point it is intersecting x-axis? Is it intersecting x-axis? So px is parallel to x-axis. So it is nowhere intersecting x-axis. So how many zeros it will have? So it will have 0 zeros of px, correct? So I'll just write it down in the next page because we don't have space over there. So in question number 1, bit 1, as the curve, the line px is parallel to x-axis, it is not intersecting x-axis. Hence, polynomial, hence the polynomial has 0, 0 values. Correct? So, how many number of zeros? It has 0 zeros. Correct? Now, let us go to the next problem. So, your next problem is this one. So, this is over. So in this problem, where it is intersecting. So is it intersecting? It is intersecting at this point. Okay. So how many zeros? So I'm just writing in the next. So in B2, how many zeros? Intersecting. I'm not writing the full sentence. Please mention in full sentence. Intersecting at one point. Hence 1 zeros. Okay. Correct. So similarly, coming to the third question. Now you see at how many point it is intersecting? Here, here, here and here. So 3. So how many zeros? So intersecting at 3 points. Hence how many number of zeros? So 3 zeros. Correct. So now let us go to the fourth one, which is here. So where it is intersecting at 2 points, maybe in the negative side of the x coordinate, but it is intersecting at 2 points on the x-axis. So how many zeros? So there are 2 zeros, right? So for in bit 4, intersecting at 2 points, hence how many zeros? 2 zeros, correct. Now going to your bit 5. So this is your bit 5. Just check. So here 1 point, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how many points? 4 points. So how many zeros? So in bit 5, as it is intersecting at 4 points, hence the polynomial has how many zeros? 4 zeros. Now let us go to the last problem. So now here at one, how many point it is intersecting? 1, 2, 3. Right? So आज the graph is intersecting the axis. I'm not writing full sentence. I'm telling you. Please write down as the line PX is intersecting the x-axis at 3 points. Hence, it has how many zeros? It has 3 zeros. It has 3 zeros. Okay, so depending on how it is intersecting the x-axis, you can find out how many zeros the equation will be having. And if you can plot that particular point and the graph sheet properly with the coordinate of that particular point, you can actually find out the solution to that particular polynomial. Correct, children? Hope the concept of geometrical representation of the polynomial and how to find out the zeros and how many zeros will be there is clear to you. So please solve more and more number of problems, plot the graphs, and you will understand the subject in a better way. Okay, children, thank you so much for your patient hearing. So please don't forget to follow us in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Download the app and enroll yourself. And if you have liked the video, please share and subscribe our channel. Till the next lesson, bye. Take care.